Hey everyone, well, welcome back. It is currently Tuesday, and we are seeing that yesterday and today the markets have rallied back. So that is some light at the end of the tunnel for people that are not going to continue to lose money. A lot of 401s have been hit so hard that this money will not be regained. So, you know, I do think it's a short-term rally. There's nothing in the economy that has, prompted any certainty that, oh, things are looking better. You know, I know right now that the markets are manipulated, and there's nothing that they're going on that's basically going to show signs of improvement. OPEC is going to cut oil production, and yes, I've mentioned that I have two different cars that require premium, and I'll elaborate a little on that. I have one stalker that continues to watch my videos. I've said it numerous times, all the way back from my very first video, that people have to live their life. We get one shot here, and if buying a vehicle and you have the means to do so, by all means do so. If you have the means to buy a house and it's not going to hurt you financially, and that is, it is your life and that is something that you want to do, then by all means do so. If you want to put thousands of dollars into the stock market, we have booms and we have busts. A lot of people make a lot of money during the bust because they can pick up stocks and homes and vehicles at a discount price. Stocks are meant, like precious metals, to hold for the long term. Yes, you can buy and sell, but again, most wealthiest people has made their money by holding on. If you can hold on to your stocks, you're not afraid to lose money because everything is a gamble, then by all means do so. I don't give financial advice on here, but nobody likes paying $7 for gas. Nobody. I don't care what your wealth status is. Nobody likes paying $7 for gas. Our governor here, Governor Newsom, made a press release saying that we have a shortage in California. Well, that's definitely no surprise there. But I have always been a car enthusiast. I've always had nice vehicles, and that's not to brag. That's just my life. I have always been into cars that have bigger engines. That's my dad he rebuilt his Corvette engine, and he was always into muscle cars. So again, my ex and he was into cars, so I guess it's just in my DNA. I'm sorry. If I felt I couldn't afford to have a car that took premium, then I would obviously have not purchased a car. If that's even any of this person's concern. And I'm sorry, but this person is just annoying. It's only one troll that I have, and he's really annoying. I know he watches this, so just go away. Anyhow, back onto the economy. So I'm pretty sure the stock market will close up again today. Again, all across, they're predicting a global recession if our feds don't pivot course. And this is my personal opinion, and I just don't feel that they are going to. They're going to pivot, especially when they are just getting started. So I think we're going to see another 75 basis points next month, and then maybe another 75 in December, and we'll see how we are at that point. And maybe at the beginning of the first year they might pivot. I would be surprised if they pivoted now. So we saw that Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank are on the same path. Lehman Brothers back in 2008. They were one of the USA's biggest investment banks, and they filed bankruptcy. History sometimes repeats itself, right? I feel for the American people, and I just want to say a huge, when I look at the footage of Florida, my heart breaks for these people, because I'm thinking, how do you prepare for a natural disaster like that? You can't. So as a prepper, you know, you can prepare for a natural disaster, but again, it's difficult. What we can control is our little world here. So when we know that inflation is, they're saying 8% and over, when it's more like 15 to 20%, you just factor in that, and it's a good measure to buy up your canned things today, because I just feel that this inflation is going to be around for a very long time. I am definitely no expert. Again, I don't give financial advice on here. I just use common sense, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people are lacking, is common sense. So I've cited all the way back to the beginning, and so far I've been right. Things have only increased. It's better to buy your canned items than back then as opposed to now. Is it too late? Absolutely not. It's just going to cost you more money to prep. Okay. I have not been to the range this entire summer, which is just, I'm having withdrawals. I am hoping that I will get back to the range starting the end of this month. I have been so busy with I've been doing 2 different training courses and preparing for my martial art test, but that won't be till the end of November, because I took 2 years off prior to COVID, and then when we had COVID, it was a 2 years that our dojo was not open. So I have not trained for 4 years, and getting back into it, it has been rigorous, and I just haven't had the free time to go to the range. So I was able this weekend to pick up some more ammunition, and I'll just go through it really quickly. I think get the ammunition now while you can. It had increased. So I bought, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I bought 3 of the 9mm Lugers. These here are 50. Yeah, these 2 here are 50, okay? Oh, sorry, I have 3. So got 3 of the 9mm Lugers. This is millimeter Luger, and it is 100 pack, okay? These are all what I train with. And these are the Super Matrix 9mm Luger Reduced Hazard Training Ammunition, right? Matrix bullet. So these are each, how many's in this one here? So each one of these are 50. All right, and then I picked up another 2. Hornady is my favorite self-defense ammunition, so I picked up 2 boxes of 25. Keep stacking this stuff. We have seen that metals, precious metals, gold and silver, has made a huge jump since yesterday. Silver and gold is meant to hold on. It's not to get rich quick. It's for the long term. So the longer you hold it, the more valuable it's going to be in the future. And it is made not necessarily to barter with, but it is to make large purchases and transfer this fiat currency into the next paradigm. I want to include a footage of something that I recorded, the digital currency that is coming to the United States and all across the globe. If you think the fiat currency here is not going to crash, I'm sorry to say it will. When, I don't know. I don't have crystal balls, obviously. I do know that they are implementing it now, and they are working on it. As I stated in my last video, the feds are doing a pilot here in the United States for credit social score, right? I think all of this is being done to us on purpose. They're making gas so ridiculous that people that commute, my heart, it just breaks for them. You know, if you have to drive more than 50 miles a day, and when I lived in Pasadena, I had to drive all the way to Woodland Hills every day. Before my ex and I opened our own mortgage broker office, and it was one way, and you know, if you can afford it, you know, it's all good. But when you see, and gas prices were not like this. So People are being hurt every direction they turn. And there will be some articles down below. I don't want to make this video long because it's just harder to edit and get it uploaded to YouTube. Again, my heart breaks for the people of Florida. You know, I watch that and my heart just sinks. You know, one day they had it, you know, home and livelihood. They had jobs to go to, and now a lot of these people, they don't have. Majority of these people, they don't have homes, and they are not able to go to work. And when you see this, it just makes you be grateful for every single day that we have, and that we have a home and, you know, a roof over our head and a job that we can get paid for. You know, they were saying today on Fox Business that jobs were up. We're down like 1.1 million. You know, so these are. I think they're just trying to prop up the numbers before the midterms. That's my best guesstimate at this point. I don't have the answers. I just know that I am going to continue to stock ammunition. I'm going to continue to stock canned foods, get prepping items, medical items today, because it's not going to be any cheaper. I've been doing prepping for 3.5, 4 years, so I have a little bit of an upper hand on the things that I have accumulated, right? My dad, who has been prepping, well, pretty much since he's been out of the military. That's just the lifestyle, you know, that he lived, and as a military man. So he taught me, everything that I do know, and then, you know, I've had to learn some extra things since his passing. But the foundation was already there for me to continue on, and I did inherit, you know, everything that he had prepped. So I'm way above the game. I don't show everything on here because out of safety concerns. Like, again, it's never too late to prep until there's nothing left to prep, right? And that means we're still having logistic problems, you know, with the gas and the diesel prices. We're still having, you know, food shortages. However, in my state, so far, I have not been seeing any shortages. Increased in, you know, prices, of course, but not shortages. So again, every day be thankful for that. Make sure you are training and being proficient with your firearm. I do my drills every other day. I make time for that because it's important to me as a woman. You know, I live in a state where unless you obtain a permit or you are a firearm instructor, you cannot legally conceal carry. Okay, so it is, you know, you just can't do it. So that's why I am doing both. It's important to me that I am proficient to try to, at best, self-defense. Okay, that's why I went back to training in my martial arts for self-defense. It only takes a split second. Okay, so right now I cannot legally conceal carry in my state. I abide by all laws and regulations, and I take the necessary steps to obtain what I need to obtain. So as much as I didn't want to continue on with my self-defense and my training in martial arts, I have been forced back into it. And yes, it is brutal, and yes, I lay in the floor after I get home for at least an hour to put everything back into alignment. I was watching another prepping channel, and he was stating, as we get older, you know, our mind says we can still do things, but our body's like, wait a minute, what are you putting on to me, right? I think it's important to always push yourself, you know, because it comes down to your mental strength. How much mental strength do you have? I will include some very important articles down below. I'm going to close this out, and it just makes it harder to edit. So just because the stock market's up today, just be careful. Purchase some tactical gear for my training classes. That's coming up next month, and it's a requirement. So I picked up some tactical boots, some tactical cargo pants, and, you know, shirts and stuff, and belts, but there was hardly anybody out in the shop. Not surprising to me. for essentials. You go to the store's packed with people, you know, getting food and stuff, but you go to other department stores and, you know, places like that, and I just don't see it. I have noticed influx in homeless people here. There was a pawn shop that's catty corner from a place that I drive by, and they actually had a sign on the side of their building that they had moved to a different location, and I think it was because that there was so many homeless people that were just gathered right in that, you know, they gather right there, and customers don't want to go in there, and I can't imagine that being a business owner, pass that or go through that every day to get inside to your store. So, you know, again, keep prepping and keep doing the best that you can. I'm an optimistic person, but I'm also a realist, and you have to look at facts. And right now, facts are saying that this is a recession, and if things don't turn around soon, we will be heading for a depression. So people think, oh my God, depression. Depression is just a very bad recession. So anyway, I'm just going to close it out. I wish you all well. Keep prepping, stay diligent. Nothing's going to be any cheaper than it is today. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and stay safe out there. And until next time, God bless.